To quote Activision CFO during their investors meeting yesterday, he said this: "This is the first time we will have 3 active games with 3 different player communities at a scale with Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, and Black Ops 3. And the plan is that we're going to be driving engagement for all of those titles with great content throughout the year." This has confirmed that Black Ops 3 will be getting new content throughout 2017. In this video, we're going to be talking about what this means for the zombies community in Black Ops 3, and more specifically, what kinds of content we can expect for that game. Guys, before we get into this video, I'd appreciate the heck out of you if you can drop a thumbs up on the video. Let's see if we can get to 1,500 likes on this vid. That would be incredible. I can't wait to talk about this stuff because I'm just very excited for the future of Black Ops 3. This is the first time that a COD title will receive regular content updates past its DLC season. And we've already seen 2 new packages of content for Black Ops 3 past DLC 4. One being Newton's Cookbook in December of 2016, and most recently was the addition of the M16 and PPSH for multiplayer. As far as I see it, guys, there is 4 possibilities of what we could be getting or not getting with zombies content for Black Ops 3 in 2017 from Treyarch. So kicking things off with the most plausible thing that we're probably gonna get for zombies, and that is, I think, a new feature. We've already seen a new feature implemented in the form of Newton's Cookbook, and because Newton's Cookbook features an in-game microtransaction-based feature, it's a feature that Activision can make money on. And if there's anything associated with Activision, we know how much they like to make money in their games. Just yesterday during the investor phone call, the CFO shouted out that Activision Blizzard made over $3.6 billion from in-game sales in 2016. That is incredible. $3.6 billion in essentially microtransactions. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to try to stretch the profit threshold for Black Ops 3 with some kind of minimal addition in terms of a new feature. Newton's Cookbook was an example of that new feature that you can play and, access it for free, but if you did want to crank out a whole bunch of new gobblegums, you could spend the money and do it that way. I think that a new feature is something that Activision can justify to themselves for putting the time and money into developing it, as it affects all Black Ops 3 players. Everybody that purchased Black Ops 3 will have access to this new zombies feature, which means the base to use this feature is much larger than if it was limited to DLC or season pass holders, and that means that they can make more profit from it as a result. Now, I'm not sure exactly what this new feature could be, to be honest. It would have to be something outside of the game that affects conditions in the game. So maybe it would be, spending liquid divinium to get a certain gobblegum that's outside of the Newton's Cookbook, or like you trade in 10 liquid divinium to actually just straight up purchase a perkaholic or something like that. But all in all, I think a new feature is probably the most likely option for new content in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now let's move on to the more fun and interesting stuff, but something that I see as significantly less likely, and that is a new game mode in Black Ops 3. We've always heard the community saying, guys, just bring back grief. We can't wait to play that again. I think it'd be awesome on some of the Black Ops 3 Zombies maps. We'd love to see it in game, and Treyarch just hasn't implemented it yet. We know that Jason Blundell has said in the past that he wants to implement new game modes into Zombies, but he hasn't found the right thing yet that'll keep people coming back and keep the mode populated enough to justify them putting the development time into making it. I wouldn't be surprised if Treyarch used Black Ops 3 in its second year to kind of test the waters, to try something new in a game mode that they had an idea of in the past, and they just want to test the waters, see if people like it, and maybe they'll use that as an experiment to implement in the 2018 Treyarch title. Whether it is bringing back something like grief or maybe something else totally different that we haven't seen yet, a new game mode would be fairly easy to develop and implement. I'm not exactly sure how they would make money on it. Perhaps there would be some kind of small charge to purchase the game mode, maybe like $2 or 99 cents or something like that. Probably, knowing them, it'll probably be a lot more than that, like $4.99 or something like that. But a new game mode I can see being added for a small price as a test by Treyarch to judge interest and the playability of said mode. Now let's move on to the most exciting, I think, of the options here, but something that I think is very unlikely, unfortunately, to happen, and that is we receive a totally new zombies map in Black Ops 3. Revelations was supposed to be the conclusion that satisfied everybody until the next season of zombies. That unfortunately seems to be not the case in a lot of people, and I think that Treyarch knows it. If we're gonna get a new zombies map in Black Ops 3 in 2017, I think it's probably either going to be some kind of remastered map, of which they have the assets from Revelations for a large degree of maps that they can, I think, pretty easily put the time into and develop new remastered maps that they can charge as a bundle, and there you go, DLC 5. Activision has a way to make money from that. Or it's going to be a single new map, and god, I don't even know what they would do for that. Would we go back to the original premise characters that we see at the end of the Revelations cutscene? Who knows, man? The options are very extended. Or maybe we'd even go back to the Shadows of Evil crew or some crew we've seen in the past. They just have so many things they could actually do if they want to do a new 5th DLC zombies map for Black Ops 3. It's just that it takes a lot of time to actually develop these maps. Around, I think, 1.5 to 2 months of full studio work actually goes into each zombies map, so they'd have to be able to justify it. And furthermore, if they're gonna do a zombies thing, I think they'd probably have to bundle in some multiplayer content too to market this DLC for everybody. We've always wanted a zombies only DLC. I just don't know if Activision will allow that again, even though Resurrection was the biggest DLC, the most popular DLC of all time in Call of Duty ever. But again, while I'd love freaking to see a new zombies map, god, I'd love to see a new Treyarch zombies map in Black Ops 3, I think it's probably one of the least likely options for new content in 2017. Now, there is a fourth option here, and this I think is the least likely of the four, but it is something we have to keep in the back of our minds, and that is that we will not be getting any new zombies content in 2017. And when it's saying that there will be new content added in Black Ops 3, it'll come in the form of the tried and true, trusty old new multiplayer weapons coming in supply drops. I mean, we've seen it already happen this year in 2017 with the PPSH and the M16. Who's to say that this new content won't just be multiplayer weapons and nothing new related to zombies? Now, I think that this is the least likely option because we've already seen that Treyarch and Activision are willing to greenlight new features and content for zombies in the form of Newtown's Cookbook. They are willing to release new stuff for zombies. We've seen that in the past. But man, who knows what they're thinking for this new content in 2017. I am rating this as the least likely option just because we've seen Newtown's Cookbook, we've seen Jason Blundell tease new content and features coming to Black Ops 3, but we don't 100% know. And it's always this cloud of uncertainty with Treyarch and Activision that we have to keep into account as fans of the mode. But guys, when I posed this question on Twitter, which one do you think is most likely to happen in 2017? This is what you guys said in 215 responses so far. If you want to vote in this poll yourself, link is in the description. Be sure to follow me on Twitter while you're voting. I'd appreciate the heck out of you guys. I want to see if we can get this up to 1,000 votes, get a good general sample of what you guys think is actually going to happen. 15% said no zombies content, multiplayer only. 16% said new feature, just like Newtown's Cookbook. 14% said a new game mode. And an overwhelming, a very positive 55% of you said that we will be getting a new zombies map in 2017. So admirable for everybody to be absolutely optimistic. I love that. I can't wait, and I hope that you guys are right. If you want to vote in it yourself, the poll's open for another day. Check the link in the description. I'd love to see what you guys think. Well, that wraps up the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you did, be sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I've got a whole bunch of news that I've been saving for the last little while, some associated with Raven and Redwoods, some associated with the future for zombies. I'll be uploading that video tomorrow. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you with another zombies news video tomorrow. Peace!